Welcome all to our channel GTech Fluent. Our today's topic is ASP.NET Core middleware. Before moving, I would recommend you please watch my previous videos on ASP.NET Core. I have given the link in the description of the video. Also to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the latest video updates. So in this video, we'll discuss and understand what is a middleware in ASP.NET Core. Understand the middleware pipeline. What are the existing middleware available in ASP.NET Core? Create middleware or add middleware in request pipeline. So let's start. First, we check what is a middleware in ASP.NET Core. In ASP.NET Core, middleware is a piece of code that are assembled to an application pipeline to handle an HTTP request or a response. A given middleware component in ASP.NET Core has a very specific purpose. For example, we may have a middleware component that authenticate user, another piece of middleware to handle the errors, and yet another middleware to serve a static files such as JavaScript file, CSS file, or images. In ASP.NET Core, a middleware component has access to both the incoming request and the outgoing response. So the middleware component may process an incoming request and pass that request to the next piece of middleware in the pipeline for the further processing. For example, if we have a logging middleware, it might simply log the time of the request is made and pass that request to the next piece of middleware for the further processing. A middleware component may handle the request and decide not to call the next middleware in the pipeline. This is called short circuiting in the request pipeline. Short circuiting often desirable because it avoids an unnecessary work. For example, if the request is for the static file, like an images or a CSS file, the static file middleware can handle and serve that request and short circuit rest of the pipeline. This means in our case, static file middleware will not call to the MVC middleware if the request is for the static file. Middleware component are must be executed in order they are added into the pipeline. So we need to take care of a sequence execution of the middleware. Otherwise, it will not function as expected. So request delegate are used to build the middleware or request pipeline. Request delegate are configured using run, map, and use extension methods on iApplication Builder type that is passed into the configure method in the startup file. An individual request delegate can be specified inline as an anonymous method, or it can be defined as a reusable class. These reusable classes are a middleware or a middleware component. So we will understand how the middleware pipeline is or request pipeline is processed. So in ASP.NET Core, request pipeline consists a sequence of a request delegates called one after next. As this diagram shown, the thread of execution follows the black arrows. This has been taken from the Microsoft official documentation. Each delegate has the opportunity to perform the operation before and after the next delegate. Any delegate can choose to stop passing the request on to the next delegate and instead handle the request itself. You can now relate this with our static file example which we have discussed previously. Consider middleware 1 is a logging middleware, middleware 2 is a static file middleware, and middleware 3 is MVC middleware. If the request is made for the static file, then request processing goes to the till middleware 2, that is static file middleware, and return back from the middleware 2 only, and it will not go to the middleware 3. You can see the example of setting up the middleware pipeline in default website template. So now let's check what are the existing middleware available in ASP.NET Core. When we create an application in ASP.NET Core, it has some built-in middlewares available. So let's see what are those. So first one is the exception middleware. So it is used to handle the error for the development environment as well as a non-development environment. Authentication middleware is used to implement the authentication in your application. CORS is used to configure the CORS origin resource sharing. Routing is used to define and consider the routing request. Session middleware is used to manage or provide the session. Static file middleware is used to provide the support for the serving the static file such as the JavaScript, CSS, and others. So depending on your application requirement, you may add many middleware request pipeline into the pipeline. So let's see how we can add the custom middleware or add the configure the request pipeline. So let's switch to the Visual Studio. So we will create the simple middleware to add the message into the response. So before adding message, let's run our application and see whether it's working or not. Yes, so our application is working correctly. So let's add middleware. I already have a code snippet, so I will add directly into the configure method. So this is the method middleware we have added. So it will simply return the hello world message. So let's run and see. So notice in the browser, we will get the response like a hello world from the GTech Fluent, but we are not getting that welcome screen which we previously seen. That is because we have not passed our middleware control to the next middleware. So let's see how we can pass that. So with the help of next delegate, we are passing our request to the next middleware in the pipeline. So let's run and see. See in the browser, like we are getting the welcome screen with the response from our middleware. For more complex request handling functionality, so ASP.NET Core team recommended to implement your own middleware in the separate class by exposing an as an extension method. So let's see how we are use that. So for this, we need to create one class where we are implementing this same functionality. So I have already created the class with this request logging middleware where we are doing the same thing. So let's call from our startup configure method. So let's comment out this and call our middleware and see the output. Look, we are getting the same output on the adding middleware in the class. So now we have learned the basic about, or you can say the adding the middleware, how we can add and middleware and configure the request pipeline. So please let us know if anyone has any doubt or queries. We will meet in our next video. Thank you.